Hello everyone. I'd like to choose 3 letters from the letters A, B, C, D, and E. Now my possible choices are A, B, C, A, B, D, A, B, E, and so on. As I exhaust all the letters, you notice I have exactly 10 possibilities. Now if I take any one of the choices, let's say A, B, C, and I say let's rearrange the letters within there, then I have A, B, C, A, C, B, B, A, C, B, C, A, C, A, B, CBA. I have exactly 6 possible ways to arrange these 3 letters, which of course is 3 factorial. If I do that for all 10 choices, then I will come up with the permutation of 5 choose 3, which we know is 5 factorial over 5 minus 3, or 2 factorial, and that of course is exactly 60. That would be the number of permutations. But if I'm only interested in the choices where I choose the 3 letters but I do not put them in order, then it means that number is way too big. In fact, the 3 factorial is how many times I've actually overcounted it. So if I said 5 choose 3 over 3 factorial, that would be my 10 here. And that gives rise to a different formula called a combination. Now from n distinct objects I want to choose R, but I do not want to put them in order. So this is called a combination, and we use different notation here to distinguish it from the permutation. Most of you have probably seen this before, and I get the following quotient. Here's where I'm removing the fact that I put them in order. I would have overcounted at that point. So a simple example. We have 40 students in the class, so let's say from 40 students, I want to take 3 to lunch. Now, it doesn't matter if you're chosen first, second, or third, you just want to be one of the 3. So that would be the combination 40 choose 3, because order does not matter in this case. There's no order implied. And that would be 40 factorial over 40 minus 3 factorial 3 factorial, which would be 9,880. But what if instead I said, you know what, I'm going to not take 3 of you to lunch. I'm going to leave 37 behind. Okay? How do I leave 37 people behind? Well, that means I'm going to have 40 choose 37, which would be 40 factorial, 3 factorial, 37 factorial, which we notice is exactly the same value. So that presents a very important identity when it comes to combinations. The combination of n choose R is exactly the same as the combination n choose n minus R. Now another example. Among our 40 people, let's say we have 25 people that are over the age of 25 and 15 people that are 25 years or less. And we want to choose a 4-person committee from our class. Well, first of all, there would be 40 choose 4 ways of doing this. Now let's suppose within that committee we wanted to say, no, I want exactly 2 people from each age group. Then how many ways can I choose 2 people from this group? That would be 25 choose 2. And how many ways could I choose 2 from the other? That would be 15 choose 2. Now, if I take these choices and I match them to make a 4-person committee from the 2 individual choices, I would clearly multiply these 2 together. Now, I'm not going to break it up into factorials. I'm just going to simply use the combination key on my calculator. And that would produce, in this case, 31,500 possible committees where I have exactly 2 from each group. If I said, how many committees altogether could I form? That number would be 91,390. So you say, well, where are all the other people? Well, I could have 0 people on this committee, 1 person on this committee, 2, 3, or 4. That's 5 possible ways I could select my committees, and that sum would add up to here. So let's consider the case also where I have 0 people from this group. That would be 25 choose 0, and then all the choices would be from the other group. Now this presents kind of a problem here. First, because that means that we're going to get a 25 factorial on top, and a 25 factorial 0 factorial on the bottom, because that's 25 minus 25. But we know that number is 1, so we know this total number here is exactly 1. There is only one way I can have a committee where there's 0 people from this group, and that is to have 0 people from this group. Whereas the other one, it would be 15, choose 4. Okay? And therefore, that's combination.